Greetings and welcome to another edition of the CEO PauseCast. I'm Kevin Cashman. I'm with Korn Ferry, where we are dedicated to better leaders, better world. This week, I'm going to share a story that's a bit emotional. And it happened a while ago where I was working with a client, and he was a very extroversive, outgoing, energetic guy. And one day he walked in very subdued, and he walked in holding in his hands a folded piece of paper, and he was treating it like it was sacred. So he came in and sat down, and I said, "Well, what is this? It must be important." And he said, "Yes, it's really, really important." And then he opens it up and he unfolds a photo that was a photo of him holding his granddaughter in the palm of his hand. Now, just imagine a human being the length of your hand. She was so delicate that he could take his wedding ring off, put it over her hand all the way up to her shoulder. And with preemies, which I didn't know, they suffer many times from learning disabilities. So to mitigate that, in the preemie ward, they played classical music 24 hours a day. They send in family members to massage her, to stimulate her physiological development. And she came through fine. But what he came to tell me about is she's 8 or 9 years old at the time, and she was walking through her parents' home. And her mother was in the kitchen just tidying up, doing some things. And her daughter came stumbling and mumbling into the kitchen. Music touched me. Hospital. And then the mother fell into her chair and said, "What did you say?" And she got clearer and said, "This is the music you played when you touched me." Now, at that point, the mother about fainted, but I was thinking after he shared that with me, how relevant that is to us as leaders. We touch people. Every behavior touches someone and helps them grow, or sometimes helps inhibit their growth. And we play music. We may call it purpose, we may call it team, we may call it all sorts of things, but it's that atmosphere we create that helps people grow or not. So this week, take a pause and think about, how did you touch people today? What impact did it have? What music did you play today? How, if you're like me, what's the new music you want to play and bring to people? So see you next week, next Friday, for another CEO PauseCast.